Playful Terra, and you're in Terracotta Ceramics Studio and Gallery. I'm a full-time working ceramic sculptor and I'm a poet. So what I do is I write a lot of poetry, and I also squish it into the clay. So you get to blame me as both the sculptor and the author. A lot of the stuff that I do is actually really big and goes to things like hospital lobbies or city hall and things like that. But I also take some very large concepts and I reduce them to the size of something you can take home with you. And what you're looking at there are postcards from the inside. And I get to write each one of those sorts of poems. I'll do things like this, which is a tumbler that says "Be at peace." So those are fun. I'm known for doing really, really light work. The walls on this stoneware glass are incredibly thin. So this 23-ounce glass, which, I mean, think of it as larger than the largest beer that you can buy, weighs almost nothing. So I get written up in ceramics magazines about stuff like that. Things like this are neat. We call these foreplay, and it has a little forward poem going on it. But every time we change a word, we've changed the poem. So there's actually 16 different poems in each one. I like to think a lot about how we communicate with each other. And this is the result of some of that thinking. This is called a suggestion box. But instead of typically having a slot to add suggestions, I've made the observation over the years that most people would rather give suggestions than take suggestions. So a little bit of analysis on the internet for spoken suggestions in American reveals that these are the top 6 suggestions that people make to their friends and family. So that's a fun thing. So it's always about thinking and perceiving, and a lot of it is about paying attention to the miraculous people that are right next to us all. So that's what I do, and that's why you come here. You're going to help me with this. Tell me what that says.
Realize.
What's that say?
Realize.
What's that say?
Realize.
There you go.
I love it.
So, being an artist and not a decorator, I like layers of things. I like you to be able to, as you continue to live with something, I want it to reveal something new to you. I want your experiences to change the things that you handle and the things that you live with. So, once you've enjoyed the fancy part of it, I want you to make this discovery. We're doing the art from the heart for your hearth, so that you'll hear the earth.
Emily.
Emily, hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And I work for Michael.
Mm-hmm.
We have all these slabs pre-cut, so because they all take about the same. Well, they all take the same amount of clay. And so I just tap the edges to make it square. And I'm gonna roll it out. I'm gonna kind of lift it up off the so it doesn't warp. And the goal is to make it really nice and even thickness. So I want to get it the length of this plus extra for the foot. I'm just going to make one more. Cut this out with just a pointy tool. And we always take the excess and put it straight into the bag. So I'm marking that because that's the size of the bottom. And I'm going to put, we call this butter. It's really slip, which is a mixture of clay and water. It's kind of like the glue. It helps it stick. And I'm stamping this. And gotta pick it up. There we go. So you get the impression. And then we drape it around this round cylinder form, which will give us that nice cup shape. And I want these edges to match up. There we go. The cup is also same thickness all the way around. See? And then we stamp that, which stitches those two that overlap together. And so I just loosened it from the cylinder. I'm going to just slide it down and cut out about a 1/2 inch from the cup. Shove the excess in the bag. So I'll fold up the bottom. And roll it at about 45-degree angle and roll it closer to flat. Slide it off.
This is a technique that that Art Studio has developed and allows us to build these beautiful light vessels without using a wheel. Yeah, so
More consistent.
well, it's the wheel is a machine that is very consistent, but I love things that have evidence of the maker in them, that have an enduring evidence of the maker. So every time her fingerprint is in that cup, it's there forever, and it's wonderful. And every time you handle that cup and it's not perfectly machine round, your hands have an enormous ability to read those micro details, and it establishes a relationship between you and Emily, who made that cup. So it's kind of wonderful.